Hi and welcome once again to Energia Reiki lowercase Empress 87. And today, every Friday, we're gonna talk about crystals and the zodiac signs and the birth chart. But first, we're gonna talk about crystals. Crystals 101 for those that are beginning like me that we're still learning. I'm gonna share with you guys tips in some of the crystals that I have in my own collection that have worked for me on every single of my chakras. So first of all, I want to incorporate something. We're going to talk about chakras and how they relate to crystals and how certain crystals resonate with our chakras. So um, let's talk about what chakras are. Okay, so chakras is like an energetic vortex inside of a system. So they're the centers of body. And it comes from the Indian language that is called Sanskrit and is translated as chakra, which means wheel or disc in English. And each chakra moves with a spinning motion, forming a vortex. It is these vortices that filter the energy of the environment around us and disperse it throughout our body. So whenever you feel like, let's say, one of our chakras is blocked, it's gonna manifest as a physical illness or emotional or mental, psychological disorder or illness. So, because basically we're not just made of meat and bones, we are made of energy as well. So there are seven major chakras, as we know. Oh, the most popular are the seven chakras, but it's being believed that we have more than 101 chakras in our body. So that's amazing. But the seven chakras is the one that enters the basically seven chakras. One enters the physical body at the top of the head, and the other six occur along the vertical midline of the body, with energy entering the body from both the front and the back. It is important to remember that the chakras are constantly interacting with each other and that they are not more separate from each other than they are from our aura. So think in terms of the chakras being an intense concentration of energy within our energy system. Although the energy moving through the chakras is always moving, the vitality of the energy can lessen if an area of our life is out of balance. So yeah, we gotta check. In my personal experience, I always struggle with my heart chakra and my solar plexus. And to me, when one of those two chakras is out of balance, the other are lower, and the upper chakras goes out of balance automatically. So it's very important that all seven are very critical and important to have to balance them out. But working on those two, that there's not too much energy or just too little, is very important. So I'm gonna give you some tips that have worked for me personally, and some crystals that help me to do grounding and working with other chakras. So let's talk about a little bit Western cultures. Generally believe that our behavior and our actions are largely governed by our intellect. That would be the crown chakra. In Eastern cultures, the idea that the movement of energy into and around our bodies influences our state of mind and therefore our actions. It's well known. These energy channels are also considered part of our connection with the divine, with a higher consciousness. And there are many exercises. Meditation is one of them, to help you bring your chakras into balance, and just like to have a stay quiet, calm state of mind. There are also healing techniques that focus on balancing the chakras in to help us remove any blocks or imbalances to the natural movement of energy. Reiki being one of my favorites. I recently took some classes. At the beginning, it was just for myself, but now I like actually doing it like as my side hustle. I would call it like that, because it's something that I'm passionate about. Uh, it's 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 not that hard, but it's not that easy either, because you have to like not super concentrated and focused, but being focused and concentrated, it's very important. And it's like basically working with your hands and distributing energy throughout the body of the client, of the person that you're working on. And this is just, I'm a beginner. I haven't actually like go fully through Reiki, but Reiki is an amazing healing practice to help balance your chakras and actually to work on other problems from the body and energetically inside the body. So it is believed that when the energy of the chakras is flowing freely and operating as an integrated whole, we will operate at our optimum level of physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. So that's when they say having mind, body, and soul balance is very important, because that's when you're like super happy all the time. So having a sip of my tea here to keep hydrated and calm. So we're gonna talk about the first chakra. What is the first chakra? Well, the first chakra is well known as the root chakra. Simple way to put it like that. And it is concerned with our connection to the earth in our very basics, fundamental needs for survival, like sustenance, shelter, the health of our physical body, and safety. If the energy of this chakra is depleted or blocked, our connection to nature and the world around us might be weak. As a result, we are likely to feel spacey or ungrounded and less stable. In this condition, we might neglect our physical needs and we might become unhealthy and weak as a result of this neglect. If the energy of this chakra is overstimulated, we might become too attached to things of the physical world and places, too much importance on material wealth and possessions. We might be unable to develop the higher levels of our nature because we are afraid to risk losing these possessions. A miser, a person who is unable to enjoy their wealth for fear of losing it, is a perfect example of the energy of this chakra being out of balance. This chakra is often referred to as the base chakra and is famous for having a red color. And if you can see it located, base is under the navel. The related color to this chakra is red. And we have basically here the information. I don't have to go in details, but if you want to read it aloud for you, I'll do it. A lotus of 4 petals. That's the shape and the energy that goes in this chakra. And as you can see, it moves in a clockwise direction and connects to the physical or body, regulates lower back axis, adrenal glands, blood, skeleton, feet, knees, hips, nails, rectum, and spine, and is associated with physical stability, security, self-sufficiency, and responsibility to self. Personal areas is connection to the earth and survival instincts. So per se, a person that has, and this is in my personal experience, I remember my videos are mostly based on personal experience and how I had learned to work with this chakra, and I like to share these tips. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you are coming back, welcome back. And remember, my videos are nothing but normal, so bear with me. So talking about the first chakra, let's say a person that has experienced a lot of trauma, neglect, and severe abuse is going to be presented especially on the 3 lower chakras, which is the first chakra, the second chakra, which is sacral, and we're going to talk on next week's video. And then we have the solar plexus. So a lot of personality disorders are connected directly to this chakra being blocked, which means that narcissism is presented in a person that has mainly these 3 three chakras blocked. Psychopathy and sociopathy is the same thing. That they're focused more on external and getting validation from the external world instead of going within, because they are disconnected from those three chakras. This was very interesting for me to learn, because everything is related, like psychology, spirituality, and all of that. So yes, if you're a person that you're focused too much in the material world and your money, in being famous and in popularity and all of that, I'm a thinker that if it's for a good reason, totally okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But if it's just to get validation from the outside world, you might have problems on your lower chakras, and there might be something that you might want to start doing to balance those out, because narcissism behavior is very toxic, it's very bad. And another thing is, there have to be a spectrum of how you're gonna be. Because I believe that we live in a society where narcissism is a real thing now, and it's most of the time acceptable if there's like a personal gain from it. But what level of spectrum is going to be in that behavior, and that's very important that your lower chakras are balanced. So now here are the few I'm sorry, I'm just waking up, so I'm still a little what's the word? Not clumsy, but you know what I mean. Okay, so we have this crystals that have worked for me for grounding, because first, second, and third is all about grounding, but specifically the first chakra, because it's the one closer to Mother Earth, and this is how we connect with her. So my favorite crystals to work with the first chakra are smoke quartz, rutilated quartz. Look at this. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hematite. This is the raw form of hematite. Garnet. Isn't that beautiful? Black tourmaline, obviously. Funshine. I think it's funshine. Can't pronounce it very well, so I'm sorry if my pronunciation is not the most proper one. Then we have obsidian. I have red obsidian and black obsidian. And obviously also, since this, and a lot of people's gonna be, they're black. This is for grounding, to keep you grounded. You need like a strong element, and to me, black, it's amazing, because not just neutralize negativity or negative energies, but also helps to protect your energetic field, but also helps you ground yourself. So strong dark colors are very grounding to me. But obviously red, we have red jasper here, and carnelian, and these two can work for the sacral chakra as well. For more details on my beautiful earrings and bracelets, you can check my Instagram. It's right there at lily.jewel87 for more details on crystal healing and how they work with the chakras, and also for some fashion in there. So let's talk about each crystal. We're gonna start with, which one we're gonna start with? We're gonna start with, yeah, I'm reading from my book because I'm still learning, just like you. So that's what we call it, crystal healing 101. So let's start with rutilated quartz right here. This little guy right here. See, like, it's so pretty. I like it. I take this with me to work every day, along with my black tourmaline, and this guy right here, selenite. I'm gonna talk about this later on, but one at a time. And I call this the baby of those two. uh, and it's very grounding, very it keeps me balanced out, very energetic and positive throughout the day, and I get my tasks done throughout the day faster. But yeah, let's talk about rutilated quartz. So okay, so use rutilated quartz in a crystal grid to bring abundance and joy into your life. So how that works, for those that don't know what a crystal is, in a simple way, it's like a crystal in the middle, and then you put around different crystals of your choice. And there's different types of crystals for abundance, for love, to attract more happiness, to attract healthy friendships, or to create changes in your life. But I always use rose quartz, and I'm working with, and along with I learned this from my Reiki teacher. She put rose quartz, and in the center she used a crystal, a clear quartz, and then she put some tiger's eye in the inner to work. For me, it's to work with the masculine and the feminine energy, and clear quartz obviously because it's the universal healing crystal, or the master crystal, because it has the like the rainbow colors, like all the colors reflected in there, so it's very healing. But you can use anything, any type of crystal that you want to work specifically for that area in your life.